Welcome back, kids. Today we're going to be learning how to write a set of numbers in interval notation. So let's get into it. Before we jump right into it, there are two things that you must know. First off, you should know that there are two symbols that you use when writing interval notation. You have a bracket, and you also have use a bracket wherever you see a greater than or equal to, or a less than or equal to symbol. And you use a parenthesis wherever you see a greater than or less than. Moving right along here, we're going to start off with our first example, and we're going to ease our way into it. Let's take the inequality 7 is less than x. Now, using a little bit of common sense here, we know that anything less than 7 is potentially decreasing. And as you are moving to the left of the x-axis, you are potentially moving towards negative infinity. So we will be replacing x with negative infinity because it is moving from everything to the left of 7. Now, using the information from our second inequality, we will begin writing the interval notation. Since there are no greater than or equal to symbols, we will first start off by putting the inequality in parentheses. After adding the parentheses, we will then replace the symbol with a comma to show that it can be any number less than 7. Boom! You just finished an interval notation. Alright, now we'll move on to a more complex problem. Let's take the problem x is less than or equal to 15 or x is greater than negative 6. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh my gosh, you are so crazy. Why would you have us do two inequalities? How can you do that? Like, what the heck? Hey, chillax, don't worry. I can breeze you through this. We will take this step by step, so do not worry. Have some faith in me. Let's start with x is less than or equal to 15. Well, would you look at that? A less than or equal to symbol. You guys know what that means. Bracket! Now, we are going to want to place the bracket next to the 15. And we're going to do this because x can equal 15. It's not just less than 15, it can be 15. This is now what we have done so far. Okay, now we're going to need to figure out what symbol we need to put to the left of the x. Now, okay, it can't be equal to x because we do not simply know what x is. So we are going to put a parenthesis there to show that it could be any number. Now, all we have to do is get rid of the inequality symbol in the middle. So we will just simply replace it with a comma to show that it could be any number in between the two. Now, in case you didn't notice, there is the word or written in the inequality. And this is math, so you obviously cannot have a word in your answer. Math whiz, like myself, came up with the idea that we should replace or with a U for union. So we're just going to follow that rule and we're going to replace the or with a U. We are now officially halfway through the problem. Taking the information we've learned from the prior problem, we will now be able to finish this in 2 short steps. We're aware that the symbol shown means that we will be using parentheses. Now all we have to do is replace our symbol with a comma. Congratulations, my friend. You now know how to do interval notation. So be sure to have a great night, and I'll see you right back in class tomorrow.
Math puns. The first sign of madness. Get it? Signs.
Math